For the last decade, they have dominated the lanes at a level few ever have before.
Here it is! Fire it and win it!
Traded trip after trip to the very top of this sport.
Crack it open!
The epic showdowns, the thrilling finishes.
Greatness!
They've combined to win 21 major titles and 10 PBA Player of the Year awards.
300 games!
Jason Belmonte and EJ Tackett, two legends of this game that personify exactly what it means to be a world champion. Today, they step back onto this historic stage, a tournament with a reputation they helped build, to take on a group of competitors chasing their first major title, their own history.
This is Krol's time!
Here, it doesn't matter if you're the best of all time or the best in the world. It's about who's the best in this moment. Today, now.
Built for
The
this!
2025 PBA World Championship starts next on Fox.
Welcome to Reno's National Bowling Stadium for Fox Sports live coverage of the PBA World Championship, the second of 5 majors on the tour. It is a top-heavy bracket today as two of the greatest bowlers of this generation, Jason Belmonte, EJ Tackett, are your 1 and 2 seeds. Moore, Krol, Foy, all looking to pull off the shocker as we wrap up the 16th edition of the World Series of Bowling. So happy you're with us today live on Fox Sports. Rob Stone joined by 1987 PBA World Champion, the Hall of Famer, Randy Peterson, back here with you. This stadium has seen so much in terms of bowling. Your starring role, of course, in Kingpin. We were introduced to the Ginger Assassin in the 710 that he hit a couple years ago. You go back to 2009, Walter Ray leaving the 810 in the 10th, but we could be in store for something that might top all of them today.
Yeah, we could get lucky to have another dream matchup between Belmonte and Tackett, but let's talk Belmonte first. It's been a decade plus total domination at the World Series of Bowling and majors for Belmo. He's won the World Championship 3 consecutive times. He's got the most World Series of Bowling wins. He's revolutionary. The World Series of Bowling is revolutionary, and this event skyrocketed his career.
7th most tour titles in league history, 7-time Player of the Year, and of course, the big one, 15 major titles. Nobody has more, but there may be a new sheriff in town, and he goes by the name of EJ Tackett.
Yeah, no maybe about it. New world #1, that man, EJ Tackett. Belmo and Tackett had a match for the ages at the World Championship in 2023 in Wauwatosa with EJ winning. And that seems like, to me, Rob, that's when the torch was passed from Belmo to Tackett. He's made every single show at this year's World Series of Bowling. He has 3 wins on the season, and right there, that man is the guy to beat.
2-time defending Player of the Year, 2-time defending world champ EJ Tackett. Should he win his semifinal match, he'll take on Jason Belmonte. And Belmo in a bit of a retrospective mood this week, if you will, talking about his career in general. And he dropped this doozy on us just the other day. I don't want to be the best in the world anymore, which is clearly EJ Tackett. I want to be the best of all time. That's my motivation. That's my determination. That's why I leave my family for the tour season. I'm very capable of winning 20 majors, and then I can stay in Australia and call it a day, mate.
Wow. You know, you can only sit atop the mountain for so long before somebody knocks you off, and that somebody is Father Time. And I think Jason realizes that. Now his focus is on winning majors and cementing his legacy in the sport.
If you come for the king, though, you best not miss. 2 absolute legends in their prime. Only 4 people have won the World Championship since 2016. Our friend, Mr. 100, Tom Doherty, back in 21, but Belmo has won it 3 times. EJ Tackett has won it 3 times. Let's send it down laneside. Kimberly Pressler standing by with your 1 and 2 seeds, Tackett and Belmo.
Thanks, Rob. So, Belmo, let's start with you. We just saw a quote that you made earlier on in the week. So what triggered that?
Yeah, I think through my entire career, I've always wanted to give myself a goal that everyone else thought was unattainable and would tell me so, and I would reach those goals. And so here I am at the back half of my career, and what further goal can you put down there than the greatest of all time? And I don't know if I'll reach it, but that's where I'm looking at, and that's what I want, and that's why I wake up in the morning and train, and that's why I leave my family from home, because that's my goal and my motivation. And I don't care if anyone thinks I can't get there. I've heard it my entire career. I'm going to focus on that, and that's what I'm going to attain.
Well, you have another chance at a major today, and we will see you in the championship match. Good luck to you, Jason. All right, EJ. You know, it looks like your rivalry with Belmo has evolved over the years, but knowing he is sitting at the #1 seed, how does that change things for you in this tournament?
I think it's just, it'd be a really cool matchup again. Obviously, we had one of the greatest matches 2 years ago. We both fought really hard and gave each other all we had, and we both left bloody, but there had to be a champion. Jason is an unbelievable competitor, and he's showed it for the last 15 years. And every chance that I get to bowl him in a title match or even in a match, I know it's something special, and hopefully I can do that again today.
Good luck to you today. Thank you for your time.
All right, Kimberly, thank you. Those two have met in title matches 8 times through the course of their career. Could be number 9 later today. We begin, though, with your opening match. Your 5 seed BJ Moore is good buddy, number 4 seed David Boog Krol. And BJ from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, about 45 minutes east of Pittsburgh, not far from Latrobe, is up first. Pretty good start.
Love the lane graphic, the oil pattern being laid right there on the lane for the viewers to see. Pretty awesome.
Here's Boog from Nixa, Missouri, about 10 minutes south of Springfield, 3 hours south of Kansas City, close to the Oklahoma border. Oh. Hey, Messenger! Now this guy's been on a bender lately in the bowling world. Went from PTQs to a PBA champion last year, 73rd to 9th on the point list. We flash back to the Delaware Classic earlier last March. And David Krol winning the Delaware Classic. And then the PBA playoffs in Florida, taking on Jesper Svensson in a race to 2 championship final, tied at 1 game each, forced a 9th and 10th frame roll-off to decide the champ. Krol needed a mark, got a strike to clinch the win.
2024 just changed his life.
Oh, for sure. The 2023, as we mentioned, 73rd on the points list and jumps all the way up to top 10 last year, courtesy of 5 top 20 finishes. And a pretty strong World Series of bowling this week, a trio of top 10s. 6th in the Scorpion, 6th in the Viper, 9th in the Chameleon.
He made a big change in his grip. We'll talk about that the next time he's up.
Again, these two guys, buddies, roomed together this week.
This month?
This month, you're right, I'm sorry. It's been a long time for a lot of people in Reno as you take a look at BJ Moore's arsenal.
Starting with Zen 25. You like that name, Rob? Zen?
I do.
Zen 25?
Yeah, I'm going to sign off on that one.
Okay.
No one asked me, but I'm going to sign off on it. Back-to-back opening jacks for BJ as we take a look at our Bowl TV highlights. We're going to go back to Thursday's position round, Randy, and BJ Moore needed 2 strikes and 9 to hold off the Iceman, Jesper Svensson.
Yeah, it was a great match, and BJ here in the 10th frame. There's number 2, and then 9 or better does it.
10 will do.
How about those 3 shots?
Clutch. Clutch, clutch, clutch. Big shots by the man from Pennsylvania, BJ Moore, just 1 tour title. This is his 14th year on the tour.
One of the sexiest games in the sport.
Ooh, go on. Tell me why it's so sexy.
Well, if we can get a shot profile, I'm going to show you exactly why I think this is one of the prettiest games ever, especially if you look at his rev rate at 526. That's kind of EJ Tackett air for a player that uses his thumb. His rev rate is actually higher than Boog's. He's going with stealth mode. Nice break, tripping the 4 here.
All right, Boog. Couple breaks.
Yeah, he knows somebody's looking out for him upstairs right now. We're only 3 frames in.
He's playing this pattern 6 boards deeper than BJ Moore to start.
Does that surprise you?
Well, that doesn't surprise me, but that hit does.
Anywhere you want.
What about it surprised you?
Well, you know, I think that on this pattern, you can play the lanes a couple of different ways. If Boog wanted to or felt like his ball reaction was better going straighter, he would do that. But obviously, he feels like creating more angle is his best chance.
Boog takes a seat. Here's BJ Moore. These two went head-to-head Thursday in match play. BJ with the win.
Oh yeah, another trip 4 on the right.
How about an opening ham bone here as we take a look at today's oil pattern, powered by Kegel. We are rolling on the Earl Anthony 43 feet.
And talking with the players, the best way to combat this pattern is ball speed. You have to make sure that you've got complete control of it. The red line is where BJ Moore is. The blue line is where Boog is. And I look for the players to just keep migrating towards the center part of the lane, keep chasing the oil line. You don't want to get the ball any farther than the 7th board down lane.
Yaxie! Come on. How about an opening 5 for BJ Moore?
Shot clock. Okay.
If any of the pros on today's show bowl a perfect game, everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, visit gobowling.com. Sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion. A strike for Boog.
And Rod, I think it's important to point out that BJ Moore got a shot clock warning on his last shot. The next violation will count as a foul and he'll get 0. Boog hanging in there,
Boog.
man.
Circle in here.
Krol stepping away, the clock reset.
All right, regroup here. Another good one before break. That's good.
Oh!
I was like, let's just do it again.
I was briefly staring at a 7-10.
Dang, that was really good.
Last time the 7-10 was made, Rob?
Was it our friend the Ginger Assassin?
Where?
Right here. That's when we were coming out of that COVID fog.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure you and I were allowed technically in the building, and I know we smuggled a couple people in as well. Krol takes care of the 10, remains clean. Hey, this is a pretty strong opening match, but we know what's waiting. EJ Tackett, your 2 seed. Jason Belmonte, your 1 seed. We wrap up BJ and Boog when our coverage of the second major of the season, the PBA World Championship on Fox, returns. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Visit Reno Tahoe. Discover your next travel adventure. Learn more at visitrenotahoe.com. By Caesars Entertainment, El Dorado Resort Casino, Circus Hotel Casino Reno, and the Silver Legacy Resort Casino. Countless dining options and world-class amenities all in one destination. And by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. BJ Moore and his wife operate Falbo's there, and a little watch party going on right now. A shout out to all the great folks at Falbo's. Don't eat all the pierogies. Save some wedding soup for Randy and I. We'll be down there a little bit later. It's Parm night tonight. $3 off all Parmesan meals at Falbo's tonight.
I'm totally in.
I'm in such a chicken parm mode right now. All right, so the watch party out there in Latrobe, PA, cheering on BJ Moore, who has been perfect now through 6. Crack open that six-pack, Falbo's. BJ Moore is putting on a show.
Hey, let's go down to the floor and talk with tour rep Timmy Mack. Timmy, even though BJ has the higher rev rate, how is he able to stay so far right of Boog?
Listen, he just wants to shut down his angles on the fresh. We did that the other day when we were bowling and qualifying. It looked really good, and BJ's, as long as he controls his speed and tempo, he's going to have a good shot to the pocket. And in practice, that spot was kind of not used at all. So we got a nice little angle to the pocket. BJ's going to keep throwing good shots.
All right, Timmy, thanks.
Always good to have Timmy Mack on the show.
Always.
Like, whether we need to hear from him or not, I'm in favor of just forcing him onto the show.
He's always a good listen.
He always shows up at the Penn State football games I'm working at, too. It's weird. Is he good? Finally, the streak comes to an end, leaves the 10-pin. He's got a 30-pin lead here as we're set to close out the 7th. What a great opening run for your 5-seed, BJ Moore.
Executing at a real high level for seven frames to start.
And BJ, unfortunately, he said if he rolled 300 today in the opening match, free drinks at Falbo's. So that close.
Did he really say that?
The open tab.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so Moore with the 30-pin lead over David Boog Krol. He's getting some breaks early on in this one. Had the messenger fly and take care of the 10. A late drop there as well. And one more messenger. Here he is in the 7. Oh, really?
And just
wow.
And just as you talk about some of the nice breaks he's gotten, that was not one of them.
The announcer jinx is in play.
That was not one.
Left the 9-pin.
Ball goes right by. Look at that.
Ooh. Yeah, the way Moore is rolling right now, that one shot is a thing that might end up hurting him.
Not a sharpshooter. All right. Tony, can I get a re-rack?
Re-rack for Boog. Down 31. Knows he's got a couple really important frames right here. And we mentioned, Randy, that Boog and BJ, which, by the way, sounds like a great show, right? Like, coming up next week on Boog and BJ. I just feel like a trucker-type show, and probably maybe it's BJ and the Bear that's in my head right now, but Boog and BJ. Yeah, Boog and BJ, like on their CV radios.
Oh, my God.
Hey, man, we got a 10-4 down here. We got Boog. Hey, BJ.
Oh, my God. I've missed you.
I've missed you more.
All right, crammed on it.
Right of target,
oh boy.
And yes, this is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, and just as I was about to say that this is pretty much must-strike territory, he goes 2-4-10. And we've seen that before on that left lane throughout this World Series. It gets a little tight down lane.
Two, 4-10. The second time he's faced it. Leaves the 10, open frame, first of this match.
And you mentioned the stat on Boog with the 2-4-10. We get all that great information, our stats, from our good friends at Lane Talk. For more information, head on over to lanetalk.com and download the free app.
Hey, Randy, you see the guy to the right of the picture?
That guy,
the
yeah.
good-looking guy with the glasses
Yes.
and the kind of Carolina blue three-quarter zip?
Yes.
You know what his name is?
I do.
Oh, my God, it's a great story. Back to B.J. Moore. Gets all 10 to go in the 8th. This one almost in the books.
A timeout. Thank you.
Did he just call timeout?
He did. And that stop, that basically restarts the shot clock. There we go.
A lot of X's on that board by B.J. Moore. Folks at Falbo's enjoying this one. Well, he is dialed in here in Reno.
His shot making right now is next level.
Come on, Reno.
Take a look at, remember I talked about how sexy this game is? Watch what he does in the downswing. Here's where the power's created. Look at that. And then perfect balance. One of the best physical games out here. It's beautiful. Come on, Boog.
And this one is done and dusted. Boog leaves 4-pin. B.J. Moore, your 5 seed, will move on. Up next for him, Tim Foy Jr. from Delaware. And again, your 2 seed, E.J. Tackett. Your 1 seed, Jason Belmonte. 2 legends of the game sitting on top of this bracket.
You know,
as we contest
my
the
first
second
time to lose on TV just had to be to you.
of 5 majors this
Appreciate it.
season. Again, good buddies Boog and BJ coming to Fox this fall.
Come on. Yeah, you can't stop now. Can't stop now.
A trucker show.
It's only the world needs right now.
Only you.
More trucker shows.
Wind it up.
Well, you got me
He's got
laughing now.
heart.
I didn't think it was that funny. I just enjoyed it.
My goodness.
Okay, big heart.
Wait till we get to the story about the guy who's checking his watch behind Boog. The handsome cat in the light blue with the glasses. Woo! Kick that one in. All right, Boog, thanks for the show here at World Series of Bowling.
One more shot.
And when you've been in Reno for a month, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Here we go. Come on, Boog, finish strong. Yeah!
Great game. Way to go. Thank you.
Well, B.J. Moore's going to finish this one out. Well, as we look at some of the other finishers here at the World Championship, 6 through 11. The Iceman, again, just missing out. My friend Kyle Troop, I haven't seen him this season.
Yeah, he just missed as well, just barely.
We got to change that.
Yeah.
I miss
He
you.
was real close. B.J. Moore looked at a different ball and a little bit different angle on that last shot, Rob. So just trying to give himself options as we look at 12 through 16. That is not Andrew Anderson.
That is the Swedish Andrew Anderson. Thomas Larsson there in 13th.
Come on.
Pretty impressive opening outing for B.J.
Impressed.
Moore, 258 to 203. A never-in-doubt win. 55 pins better than his buddy Boog Krol. So B.J. moves on. He's got Tim Foy next, and then your 2 seed E.J. Tackett waiting in the wings for match 3. And up top, The living legend, Jason Belmonte, going for his 16th major. Up next, 3 seed Tim Foy Jr. takes to the lanes, and you better be on your best behavior, Randy. And I'll tell you why when we return. Welcome back to the PBA World Championship, live here on Fox Sports. The PBA is proud to have Bowlers to Veterans link as the official charity of the PBA Tour. Today's BVL salute to veterans. We welcome that man, U.S. Navy SK2 SS Greg Bras, who served for 8 years. Greg, thank you for your service. To donate, go to vvl.org. Coming up next, 5 versus 3. BJ Moore versus Tim Foy Jr. Foy will start us off. 38-year-old from Delaware. 12 years on the tour, yet to win. Could his first win be a major? What a story that would be.
Having his best year ever as a professional.
This is his 5th show of the year.
Yeah.
So he will have 5 top 5 finishes already. Congratulations.
Finished 3rd at Tour Trials to get his exemption for this season.
BJ Moore, again, remember, had the opening 6 strikes in his first round matchup against Boog Krol and moved to a 258-203 win. Starts strong again, does the native of Greenburgh, Pennsylvania.
Man, he's just acing every shot. I mean, his execution is just perfect.
It's going to need to be with the 2 guys that are
Yeah.
looming. Again, EJ Tackett, your 2 seed, Jason Belmonte, your 1 seed.
Well, I mean, that's, you wouldn't want it any other way at a major. Something distracted him. Not sure what it was. I couldn't hear anything. Something fell, I'm being told. All right, so he gets a shot clock restart.
Yep. And that shot clock down to 15 right now. Again, already dealt with a warning in the first match.
Oh,
2 for 2.
Oh, baby. Good Lord. 3 wings.
So watch the ball go down these rangefinders down lane. And that's the one that he's been lacing. He gets his ball to that spot down lane, he's going to hit the pocket.
Foy up, his effort in the second, right on target again.
And you can see just how much more angle Foy is using. 7 boards farther left than BJ Moore.
You had some words for Tim a couple days ago.
Yeah, ran into him at the great Silver Legacy establishment. We were passing each other in the main thoroughfare, and I said, you know what? You're having a great season. You're bowling great, and you are going to win. He's using a special effect.
Big hook on that one.
Oh,
yeah! Well, he wiped that 7-10 possibility right away and gave it a strike. The clean wipe presented by Dude Wipes. Let the messenger do the dirty work.
Rob, no fear, all clear. Oh, that's beautiful.
Teamwork.
Oh, boy.
Didn't like it.
First bad shot of the day.
Wrap around it.
That could have been a disastrous split. Instead, just the 3-6-10.
Very makeable.
Good cover. 80 games of qualifying to get to this point for these players.
A grind.
Over 5 different oil patterns. This being the 5th. Named after the late great Earl Anthony, who dominated this event back when it was called the National Championship.
Right of target.
Yeah,
Speed.
and there's the wiggle on that right lane, or excuse me, the left lane. There's a little bit of early friction, and then that can cause the ball to bail down lane.
When you say wiggle, what do you mean by that?
The ball doesn't come off of the spot. So it doesn't grab hold of the lane surface, and instead of coming up the hill, it just kind of wiggles. And then it just doesn't get to the pocket.
Yep, you're okay.
But one shot left.
Yeah,
And then that shot right on that left lane
push away there.
for BJ Moore. Big opening first game for BJ, though. Right now, Tim Foy, he's looking to stay perfect.
Up 14. Come on, get down!
Sorry. Lucky you didn't 4-9. Bro, it's so big.
Takes care of that
And a 9
one.
pin on TV. 1 for 2 on TV with that.
Look at that smile. Really remarkable story.
Good job.
This 38-year-old works every day from the tour trials to the beginning of the season to accrue enough time off to join the tour.
Yeah.
And his normal job? A corrections officer.
Oh, God. It's a lot
So
of
he's
9s,
seen
huh?
things. And he has faced challenges, whether it's mental or physical. So he's up to this. But a couple shots in a row here that we're going to have him lose some of that momentum after the opening 3 strikes to start the second match.
So are you saying his day job's a little bit scarier than the bright lights of the PBA Tour?
100%.
On Fox?
100%.
Okay.
He's got that haircut and look too, which, like, I'm immediately intimidated, and I'm 20 yards away from him.
I think I'm missing an oil ring on that.
And I just, he's Sergeant Foy to you and me.
Yeah.
Sir Sergeant.
It's this one.
That
On
one's
the right lane. Yeah, it was up. It was up a little bit because it missed by 1 left down lane. It was at 23, same spot, but it just.
Gino Castillo, his ball rep there, offering some advice. Back to BJ Moore. His effort in the 5th. Wow. Wow.
Time to go.
He had back-to-back spares, and now he's staring at an open frame. He just said time to go.
He's going to make a move.
Yep.
Ooh.
Missed the 6, takes care of the 10, leaves the 7 as well.
Right.
Yikes. Down 27. And here's the move.
Yep, ball change. He's going to move in. He's going to start shaping it. He's going to an origin.
Oh boy. Way right of target.
You're supposed to do that. Keep it in front of you.
This one's slipping away from BJ fast.
Yeah, once you get it on the other side of the cliff, that 7 board, it's pretty much OB.
Needed that pickup. Needed that badly. BJ Moore in a tough spot right now. We're going to wrap up Foy versus Moore next. The survivor to meet your back-to-back PBA Player of the Year, your 2 seed today, EJ Tackett. Welcome back inside National Bowling Stadium, the PBA World Championship. Love this flashback. The great Earl Anthony won the PBA National Championship a record 6 times. It's now known as the PBA World Championship. Twice he did it in 3-peat fashion. It was the most majors in his career of the 10 major wins. So he won this tournament 6 separate times. Earl Anthony finished his legendary PBA career with 43 overall titles.
And that man that was his victim there was Mike Durbin. 3-time TSC winner.
Wow. That's what they're fighting for today. Foy with the lead over Moore in our second match. The winner to take on 2 seed EJ Tackett. Your 1 seed, Jason Belmonte. You are going to want to stick around for what is to come here in Reno today at the World Championship. Foy up by 27, looking to add to it. And he will.
And with each telecast that Tim Foy makes, he gets more and more comfortable. Picking up that rangefinder down lane nicely there. And now can increase the lead to 37.
Say free wings?
Been a 2-handed bowler since he was 5. Just, I've always been kind of a small guy, he said. Easier to bowl that way at a young age. Wasn't going to be overwhelmed by this moment. And again, as a corrections officer, you're not going to be overwhelmed by what you see at a bowling center. But he said, I'm just going to kind of downplay the moment, enjoy it.
That was about a 300 rev rate.
Double wood right there for Foy.
And you heard him say that was about a 300 rev rate, which means he missed it at the bottom. No 10-pin though, just the 2-8.
Five times he's faced at this tournament. Took care of it all 5. Make it 6 for 6.
Good cover. Now BJ Moore needs to double up here and get back in this.
Needs momentum quickly. Started with the opening 3, and then things went downhill. 9 spare, 9 spare. Got back on the strike train, and then an 8 spare. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Foy, my bad. Moore opening 2 strikes, and then spare, spare, open, spare.
Another ball change, IQ tour now for BJ.
It's his 3rd different ball this match.
Oh my goodness.
That's about all you can do right now is laugh about it.
That was good.
4-7-9. Cut the 4 into the 9. The ball take care of the 7.
Another open frame here would be disastrous.
Should go on this side. We'll shoot another on that.
That'll be all right. He needs to strike out, and then he needs a ton of help.
It's March. Weird things happen in sports. It can happen. But BJ Moore's in a big hole right now. Again, EJ Tackett, your 2 seed, coming up next. Down 41, needs a strike. Won't get it.
All right. Sugar to shit.
He's not wrong.
No.
Takes care of that one. Randy, good news for you. spring football, it is back. UFL kickoff weekend starts Friday, St. Louis versus Houston at 8 Eastern. And then next Saturday, San Antonio taking on my team, Arlington, led by Coach Bob Stoops at 4 Eastern. All those games coming your way live right here on Fox. Always good to have football back. Tim Foy Jr. back on the lane right now.
How awesome are those jerseys?
So good.
Yeah.
So the practice lanes are what, Randy, about 4 or 5 lanes just to the right of him? Behind a curtain?
Like 10.
Is it that many?
Yeah.
All right.
But still close enough.
Still close enough. So he heard some noise from the practice lanes. 2 guys practicing right now. DJ Tackett and Jason Belmonte still come on the show. Good use of the break there by Foy. Settles himself down and gets a strike.
The two-handed style that Jason Belmonte made famous. Seen it done a lot of different ways.
And again, we will see Belmo in our title match. Foy up 41. Set to close out more here. Messenger!
Thanks, baby.
That Messenger put a shake to the 10-pin. Clean wipe presented by Dude Wipes. Messenger wiping out that 10-pin. Bam. With authority.
Oh, man.
Then that.
Well, if there's a light at the end of the tunnel for BJ, that light is a train.
And it is over. BJ just cruised in our opening match, winning by 55 pins, but troubles reared its head in the third frame. And hey, what a pickup!
Man, can we go back and do the dude wipe with that? Because that was a little bit more impressive than the Messenger, I got to be honest.
I have not invented time travel yet. Until then, we are stuck with the original dude wipe. Nice pickup, though, by BJ. See a 4th place finish for him here at the World Championship. This game has really grown the last couple of years. Expect to see more from him.
It would be nice. He's full-time this season for the first time.
That's what happens when you get all those kids. You know, the last couple of years, he says, you know, the amount of events I could bowl depended on how things were going at home.
Yeah.
Bowl what I can.
But he's a super talented player and an even better person.
Yeah, great guy.
Keep it up, man.
And again, want to remind you, it's Parm night at Falbo's. $3 off all Parmesans in Latrobe.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So the watch party at Falbo's. We hope you guys continue to watch because we've got 2 mega talents set to hit the hardwood next. EJ Tackett and Jason Belmonte. EJ Moore.
All right. Thank you,
Wraps
guys.
up that one with a 182.
Finish it out.
He was so locked in game 1 and just kind of lost it a little bit, started to make some errant shots and then tried to chase it in. It just never panned out for him. Tim Foy going to look at a different ball here.
What do you
This
think
match
about
is over.
What do you think about his chances against EJ Tackett coming up?
Well, if you're going to bet on the match,
Effector?
he's certainly not going to be the favorite.
Correct.
That was all right.
They did meet in match play, and Foy took care of Tackett.
I want some more.
He's singing along. Again, downplaying the moment. Not overwhelmed inside the National Bowling Stadium. 2 living legends
Maybe not.
waiting in the wings.
Too shiny.
The way that the soil pattern's developing, it looks like it's just setting up nicely for both EJ and Belmonte in terms of what they like to do.
Great ball, man. Keep it up. Keep going.
234-182, your final. So we update the bracket. Foy moves on. Tackett making his way from the practice lanes to the main event lanes. And then here one seed, Jason Belmonte, still warming up. The best in the game takes center stage next. Plus, pressing questions with Kimberly, the subject. Who's feeling lucky today? Welcome back to Fox Sports, continuing live coverage of the World Series of Bowling. You've been seeing it all week long on Fox Sports, and Sunday night, you crowned your Scorpion champ, Rasmus Edvold from Sweden. Monday night, Viper. How about the Singapore celebration?
Yeah.
Tuesday night, the Chameleon. We go to Malaysia. Toon Hakim. All right, and then Wednesday night, EJ Tackett winning one for America. We're joined by the commissioner of the PBA right now, Tom Clark, and this is the 16th edition of the World Series of Bowling. We had 3 foreigners win. What does the World Series of Bowling represent to the international scene right now?
I think the world looks at it as a great opportunity, a chance to come over here and compete in multiple events and make a name for themselves in this sport, and then bring the experience back to their country and back to the players around them. And it's always been probably the most exciting part of the World Series to see an international player get their first title on the PBA Tour. It's really special.
Were you surprised that the first 3 events were won by international players?
No, I wasn't surprised, but that was kind of rolling the dice and hitting every time. I mean, you're not surprised because they're such great players and you get to know them and watch them, but you think about how great the players are in the United States that they have to beat, and so it's unlikely that it would happen.
Yeah.
But then when it's over, you say, well, that's how good they are.
Yeah.
Our one seed today is Jason Belmonte. What has he meant to the World Series of Bowling?
He really epitomizes the World Series of Bowling. He was a part of the launch of it. He was a rookie. He was the Rookie of the Year back in 2009, and then you know, he was part of the whole plan and how we would put this together and how this would work for international players. And then meanwhile, as Randy said at the top of the show, he's got a revolutionary style that's changed the game and changed the way everyone looks at bowling. And the World Series is revolutionary too. And of course, he's from Australia. And he's always taken to this event. And so when he's in here, it's almost like Superman has entered the building at the World Series of Bowling. He's the guy.
The Cape we'll see a little bit later. EJ Tackett coming up next. Commissioner, always enjoy our
you guys
time
were
with
at
you,
the
man.
first
Thank
World
you.
Series.
Isn't that crazy? 3 guys. What do these 3 guys have in common? We were all at the first edition of the World Series of Bowling. Are you a lucky guy? Have you been lucky this week in Reno or this month?
I did
all right. You did all right.
All right.
Well, Kimberly went out and asked the pros, who's the luckiest guy on the PBA Tour? That is the focus of this week's edition of Pressing Questions, courtesy of Kimberly Pressler and presented by Go Bowling.
Bill, who would you say is the luckiest guy out on tour? Who gets all the breaks?
Well, if we're talking about lucky in life, it's Belmo, the luckiest person I know. Nothing bad ever happens to Belmo.
I guess it's got to be Belmo.
I'm going to go with Belmo. Probably Jason Belmonte.
He's getting some lucky breaks and all these lucky hits and crazy things like that. You know, he's a lucky guy.
I can tell you that they all think I'm the luckiest guy out here. I feel like I'm like on the other side of the coin. I feel unlucky for a lot of my bowling.
Now, who do you say is the luckiest on tour? Like, who gets the lucky breaks all the time?
EJ Tackett. He gets all the lucky breaks. That's why he wins everything.
EJ is by far the luckiest.
EJ gets some splasher hits, and sometimes you're like, man, when you're running good, you're running great.
Now, who would you say is the most lucky on tour? Gets the most lucky breaks?
Well, if you ask my friends, me.
Do you think it is?
Yeah.
Who would you say is the most unlucky?
Well, I mean, if you watch the telecast, obviously Randy thinks it's EJ Tackett, which I don't understand because he makes the show every week, so I don't understand how he's unlucky.
See, I would have thought you would have said the guy that got 100 on TV was the most unlucky. Do you know who that was?
Yeah, but I was very lucky that day. I could have bowled 99 just as easy, so that would have been terrible.
Tommy speaks the truth.
He does.
He was fortunate to get triple digits on that one. You might be one of the unluckiest guys on the tour.
I don't want to bring that up
You don't
again.
want me to bring that one
just-
up again? We'll move on.
It's old.
All right. It's old, but it's still fun to watch every once in a while. By the way, talent creates luck.
Yeah.
Right? And EJ Tackett, Jason Belmonte have tons of talent, and maybe that's why so many guys are saying they're the luckiest. Well, they're really, really good. And EJ Tackett set to take the lanes next. It's our de facto semifinal matchup. 2 versus 3. Tackett versus Foy, the winner to meet Jason Belmonte. Welcome back to Reno. Let's flash back 10 years ago, December 2015 at the PBA World Championships here at the National Bowling Stadium. Gary Faulkner Jr. in his first PBA TV appearance beat the #1 seed. The guy we're about to see, EJ Tackett, to win his first and only PBA title. It was the first World Series of Bowling held here at the National Bowling Stadium in Reno as we continue our coverage of the World Series of Bowling. And the headliner here at the World Series of Bowling is this event, the PBA World Championship. There is the man everybody is gunning for, EJ Tackett. Nobody has been better on the tour over the last couple years than your 2 seed, EJ Tackett. And he will start off our semifinal match against Tim Foy Jr.
He's starting, which means he'll finish the match on the right lane. And watching him in warm-ups, he wasn't real fond of this left lane, Rob.
And you're seeing why early. Starts with the spare. Tim Foy Jr., your 3 seed from Delaware. Randy had a feeling about this guy this week. Could his first win on the PBA Tour be at a major?
Well, 3 players have won for the first time at the World Championship, Rob. Could Tim Foy be number 4? Right over the 5th arrow. That rangefinder on the 10th floor down lane. Might have cheated at a couple boards left to start this match.
Back-to-back opening jacks for Foy as he looks to pull off the upset against EJ Tackett. There's your current PBA playoff points, top 10, and look at that lead Tackett has over Andrew Anderson and the rest of the field, almost double. Well, well, well. Will the real EJ Tackett please come down?
More speed, or he's got to increase angle. But it's early.
Drops the 3-6, so he remains clean, but it's a pair of spares to open up for Tackett.
He's made every show here at the World Series. 7 in a row dating back to his win in Missouri. Take a look at his arsenal. Evoke hysteria.
I asked him about this run that he's on right now, and he said, it's 1B. 1B. 1A was last year when he made 5 consecutive shows, but he did it in 5 different bowling centers. First strike of this match. So Tackett he knows how well he bowled this week, but it is You know, you're on a heater in one facility.
Right.
It's not going hip scot across the country and showing up at different centers and figuring out your travel and this and that. It's one place over one small pocket at a time, but still so impressive.
But keep in mind, same building, but 5 different oil patterns.
Drops the 7.
He's going with some more loft now to clear the front part of the lane, Rob. There it is right there. And out to that same rangefinder down lane.
Well, he is dialed in early, trying to pull off the upset.
Yeah, could you imagine winning your first title, it being a major, and defeating EJ Tackett and Jason Belmonte en route?
No, you don't even script that stuff.
No. What dreams are made of. Boy, he's feeling it.
Got himself a 4-bagger to open up. Tackett trying to string together his first pair of strikes this afternoon. Getting the winner to take on maybe the greatest to ever play this game. Jason Belmonte, your 1 seed. Oh, little break there. How about these results? I mean, you can almost give him Player of the Year again for the 3rd straight year right now.
He's certainly closing in on it. 3 wins, one of them a major. And that last hit that EJ carried there, maybe Tom Doherty was right. EJ's the luckiest player.
Messenger bails on the 7.
That wasn't very lucky.
Not at all. And he's down 23.
So he's a good 4 and 2 boards left of where he actually started frame 1.
Yeah, this is going off script right now. Tackett can max with 257. Foy's been perfect through 4.
Got it in.
It's a lot of 8. Whew. It's a lot of 8.
What do you say? A lot of
8.
A lot of 8. That's what I thought he said. Do you have any idea what that means?
Not really sure. Maybe that it's a good 8 because going through the face like he did, that could have been big 4. That could have been 5 through the middle, 4 through the middle. So a lot of 8. Maybe a good a lot of 8.
Over here.
I feel like you and I are just speculating, right?
Right.
I don't know, Rob. Quit asking. Yeah, be a lawyer, Rob, and ask questions that you know what the answer is going to be. 21-pin advantage for Tim Foy Jr. Corrections officer, based out of Delaware. Sergeant Foy in the 6th. Back on the strike train. This is not the start we predicted from EJ Tackett. Instead, it has been Tim Foy Jr. hunting down the crystal. The winner to take on your 1 seed, Jason Belmonte, who will roll for his unprecedented 16th major title later. The PBA on Fox is sponsored by Visit Reno Tahoe. Discover your next travel adventure. Learn more at visitrenotahoe.com. And by Caesars Entertainment, El Dorado Resort Casino, Circus Circus Hotel Casino Reno, and the Silver Legacy Resort Casino. Countless dining options and world-class amenities all in one destination. Welcome back to our live coverage of the PBA World Championship from Reno. The good folks from Caesars Entertainment rolling out the heavy hitters. You got Don Goodman, Executive Director of Sales, Northern Nevada. Mark Hughes, Senior VP, GM, Caesars Entertainment. The guy in the middle, the light blue, the handsome guy. You know his name? Rob Stone. More on the VP of Food and Beverage from Caesars Entertainment in a second. Peggy Selvey, VP of Marketing, Caesars Entertainment, Reno. And Tony Marini, the VP of Player Development. We're going back to my guy, Rob Stone, in a second.
I had dinner with them last night.
Thanks for the invite. That'll put you in your place fast. Tackett. Hey, here we go. Get a late kick there, and he gets a strike in the 6th. The deficit down to 21.
Let's go down to the floor and talk with
Rob Stone?
with E.J. Tackett's tour rep, Brett Spangler. Brett, what did you guys talk about during the break?
I asked him if he was feeling it in the front. He said no. He just thinks they're hooking, and he's going to keep chasing it left. That's about it.
All right, thanks, Brett.
Brett's mustache should go in the Hall of Fame.
On point.
I mean,
it's been on point throughout.
Thick, luxurious.
It's flowing.
Oh, jealous.
And then that. Remember earlier you talked about the wiggle, and that's the ball just trying its best to grab the lane surface so it can come up the hill. And that's what that left lane's kind of done for all of the players throughout this World Series.
Only one strike on that left lane for Tackett. All right, can we go back to my guy, Rob Stone?
Yeah, let's do it.
VP of Food and Beverage. There he is.
Yeah.
Handsome cat. A couple years ago here in Reno, me and the wife staying at some hotel after skiing, kind of ragamuffin, like not smelling great, not looking great. We go down to the little restaurant, and I'm like, yeah, can I just a table for two, please? They're like, sure, your name. I go, yeah, Rob Stone. And the eyes open up like platters. And they're like, yes, Mr. Stone. Well, right away. Hold on a second, Mr. Stone. I'm like, well, about time I get some respect, right? Boy, ooh, he's got a big challenge here. So we sit down at the table. And again, my name is Rob Stone. And the maitre d' comes over. He's like, Mr. Stone, it is such a pleasure. It is such an honor to have you here tonight. Okay, great, thanks. Got it. Waitress comes by. Hey, the chef wanted to bring you, Mr. Stone, something special for you and your wife. Okay, this is fantastic.
Finally,
open frame.
Finally, the treatment I deserve.
Right. It's about friggin' time that Reno realizes how awesome I am.
Good one.
Me, Rob Stone, killing it in Reno. Another person comes by. They're like, Mr. Stone, I don't know if you remember the time you interviewed me, but I want to thank you for getting me into this business. You have meant so much to me. At this point, I am clutching my wife's hand under the table going, I'm not the Rob Stone they think I am. And I am scared silly that the gig is going to go up at some point. They keep bringing us food. They keep bringing us drinks and everything. And I'm like, we're out. Like, I got to pay this bill. And apparently I have to tip really generously because this Rob Stone in Reno is a baller. I finally met the Rob Stone that everybody thought I was. Rob Stone there at Caesars. There he is. There's my man.
What a great story.
Awesome. And then last night at the restaurant, they go, you know, my boss's name is Rob Stone, too. I'm like, he's here. He's around. I've heard the story of Rob Stone. Not me, Rob Stone, him, Rob Stone.
This to take the lead, Rob.
It's kind of important. Hey, Tackett! Big strike in the 8th.
Now, can he get by the left lane?
Been a big bugaboo this match for him.
He's going to have to ace it. Could the one shot in the 7th frame by Tim Foy be his undoing? E.J. Tackett right now to take the lead. Man.
He's back, baby. He's back.
That was magnificent. What a shot.
Down 23, and now up 3.
That's what you would call here in Reno aces.
What do you got, Tim Foy Jr.? What do you got for us? He's been downplaying this moment. Things have slipped away, trying to pull it back. Down 3, left of target.
Fire for me.
Left the 10 pin.
Spare.
Boy, that ball just took off. Snapping to the face, but just leaving the 10 pin. Now he, however, can get shut out by EJ Tackett. No matter what Tim Foy can do, he can't shut out Tackett. This coming down to who performs here in the 10th.
Wow, did this match pivot. Foy was up 23 pins in the 4th frame.
Back
and
frame
there
right
it is,
there.
the 7th. Clutch shot.
That was a good one.
Foy's going to burn a re-rack right now. Settle
Strikes.
things down.
Sorry, Rob. He strikes here. He'll force EJ to get the first hit in the 10th.
It's been a scrappy game from Tackett. Not the prettiest, but at this level, on this stage, with this pressure, you just got to get that win. You got to get through. And again, Jason Belmonte waiting in the wings in your title match. Another big shot from Foy. He's got one more to go. Can max out at a 224. Peaks and valleys in this game for Foy.
Yes, make him earn it! Make him earn it!
Great finish.
Pressure applied. Oh, what a finish from Foy. He's in the books with a 224. He will sit and watch and learn if he moves on. Tackett immediately burns a re-rack. Take that back. No re-rack. Foy sits and waits, and he will learn his fate. A delayed re-rack, so Tackett will take his time. You see what he needs. Must get a strike here.
He's only missed once on the right lane.
Really? Really?
Follow this lane, man.
Luckiest man on the tour? Maybe in that moment. Maybe in that moment.
Wow, this lane.
Second re-rack burn as we take a second look at
Cannot
this
believe this lane.
Brooklyn. Wow. Needs 9 for the win.
It sure looked like he liked that shot off his hand, and then it just tears loose and goes Brooklyn.
Okay.
Now what? He needs 9.
He's the best in the game right now, EJ Tackett. Can he move on to the final? 9 to move on. Give him 10. We've got the title match we dreamed of. What a game effort from Foy. Strong start, that hiccup in the 7th, an amazing conclusion. But in the end, it's Tackett moving on.
237, but how convincing was it? Couple of Brooklyns.
You're unbelievable. Just keep going, man.
His time gets pushed back. There will not be a first title this weekend for Tim Foy Jr. as he falls 237 to 224 to EJ Tackett. Now, championship time, and it's the one we wanted. It's GOAT time. 7-time Player of the Year, 15-time major winner Jason Belmonte is up next. He looks to cement his name in bowling history. Our uninterrupted final on Fox next.
"15 major titles, more than anyone who's ever walked the lanes. A once-in-a-lifetime champion after the crown of undisputed GOAT. 2 ultimate competitors in a 10-frame final showdown to determine who's world champion. It starts now on Fox."
Can't lie, it's what we wanted.
Yeah.
It's what the bowling community wanted.
It's what the fans wanted.
This is a dream title match from the National Bowling Stadium here in Reno, Nevada, as we conclude the 16th edition of the PBA World Series. The frame of the game presented by Beatbox. It was a great start in our semifinal from Foy.
Hey, he stepped up in the 10th and did exactly what he needed to do and forced EJ to strike. Wasn't counting on that one.
Tackett closed out with 5 straight strikes to get the come-from-behind win. And let's go down lane side. Kimberly standing by with Tackett.
Thanks, Rob. So, EJ, at one point in that match, it looked like you were down and out. How were you able to turn that around to get yourself in the championship match?
I threw a couple of good shots there in the middle of the game, but I got extremely lucky in the 10th frame. Tim threw 2 unbelievable shots, and he deserves to be standing here right now for what he did. But every now and then you get a little bit lucky, and hopefully I can keep that going and hoist a trophy here in a little bit.
Well, let's talk about that left lane, because coming into the 9th frame, you only had 1 strike on it. So how do you put together more strikes on the left lane in this championship match?
Yeah, I think the left lane's okay. The right lane's kind of been the tricky one. So hopefully I can go out there and just execute and throw 12 good shots and see what happens.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that you're going to three-peat here today?
I couldn't even put a number on it. I got to go just focus on the task at hand, the next shot, and hopefully it's a 10 here in about 30 minutes.
Congratulations and good luck to you.
I really appreciate EJ Tackett joining us live right before this title match against 1C Jason Belmonte.
Tom Doherty sent me a text. He said, "See, I told you he's the luckiest guy on tour."
Yep, got that Brooklyn strike, which got him here.
Had the nose diver and the Brooklyn in that match against Tim Foy Jr.
Come on, man.
I'm going to start the match.
You'll start. All right. Well.
Good luck. Play well.
Have a good one. Are you starting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Belmo will bat lead off.
And based on what EJ said to Kimberly in that interview, this is kind of a gift for him because EJ gets to finish on the left lane.
9th time these two have met in a title match. Belmo holds the advantage 5-3, and Belmo gets all 10 to start. And he takes a quick seat. So Belmo, no problems with that left lane. Early. Tackett on the right. This is how you start, folks. This is how you start a heavyweight showdown.
That was a big move left for EJ. 4-2 on that right lane as we take a look at the tail of the tape. You see anything glaring?
They're good. good numbers.
I mean,
that are big and highlighted.
They're almost the same.
Tackett's got the smile. Belmo's got the scowl. Almost got a different mentality, a different approach to his bowling these days. Tackett gets the first two.
What was your take on Belmonte's quote?
I liked it, and I get it. You know, Belmo earlier this week talking about that it's not about being the best right now, it's about being the best all time. And when you get to that level, I think you deserve the right to say that. Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, you know, some of the best out there, they're playing to be the best ever.
Yeah.
And Belmo is in position to be the best ever. But right now it's about winning those majors that will cement that legacy. And I think right now it is about legacy building for him, because it's under his terms, it's been a little quiet from Belmo. Here's the quote you were talking about. I don't want to be the best in the world anymore. He's been that. He's done that. I want to be the best of all time. That's his motivation right now. He wants 20 majors. Again, nobody has won more major titles than that man, 15 of them. He wants 5 more.
Both EJ and Jason Belmonte had losing match play records and still finished 1-2. Oh, that looked good. Jason going with attention star on both lanes, Rob, to start the title match. That looked really good.
Again, that's the left lane that's been giving the bowlers issues today. Left the 10 pin there. That did look really good. There's no reason that 10 pin should still be standing. Belmo takes care of that. Registration for the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. It's now open to bowlers of all skill levels. The PBA LBC National Championship returning to the Chicago area, Randy, includes a division for everyone, including you. You can compete in singles as well as optional doubles and team events. Even combine your scores with the pros or the Hall of Famers in your case. Enter today at PBA.com. Tackett 3 for 3 to open up our title match.
So far, so good on the right lane as well.
To the left lane, though, for EJ Tackett. Was problematic last game for him. Did get a strike on it in the second frame here. Your reigning PBA Player of the Year. A win here pretty much locks up another Player of the Year for him. Hambone! Takes a seat, cools down the hand, wipes the sweat off the lip, and watches his lead grow. Nine spare in the third. Belmo up in the fourth here on the right lane.
Oh, Jason.
Almost got away with it.
What was off there for him?
He missed inside. 530 RPM, that's with no thumb. EJ's right there with his thumb. And just to point out that we have not had a two-handed winner at the 2025 WSOB. How much pressure do you think's on him mentally? I get the quote, you know, still trying to make people believe that he still
take my first rewrite.
that he can still win majors out here.
I think there's a ton of pressure on him because
Father Time is knocking on the door.
Right.
And you don't know how many more opportunities you're going to get to this point at a major and to be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
He's 41 years old, will turn 42 in July, 16th year on the tour. Had a really good World Series of Bowling. Won that 32nd career title, but it was a doubles with his buddy Bill O'Neill.
Needed that. Boy, did he need that.
All righty. All righty.
Remember, EJ Tackett made the TV show on every event this week. Finally won at the Shark on Wednesday. Trying to add to his 22-pin lead. Oh, boy!
Right lane got him again.
Opening for Belmo. Open frame Tackett. Lead cut to 8. Remember, about this stage in the last game, Tackett was down 23.
Yep.
And able to rally for the 13-pin win over Tim Foy. And there's a lot of Belmo and Tackett on those boards. Those are your former PBA World Championship winners. Our good Tex buddy, Tom Doherty, winning it in 2021.
In Tampa. Tampa Tom was born. Tom coming away with 2 titles at that World Series of Bowling in his hometown.
Tackett on the left lane, gets the ball.
He likes that lane a lot. Likes it more than the right. And the good news is he gets to finish the match on that lane.
Dang it.
Chance for Belmo to take the lead. This is the 5th time that these two have met in a title match at a major. Belmo with a 3-1 advantage over Tackett.
Come off it.
Oh boy.
How does that go that straight?
Saw Tackett with an open frame in the 5th. Belmo with a tough shot here in the 6th. Only 15% of the time on the tour is the 210 completed.
It's back-to-back marginal shots for Belmonte on the right lane.
He had the opportunity and he lost it.
Yeah, went high in the 4th, now light in the 6th.
Now to the left lane.
Tony, may I please take my second re-rack?
Wow. 6 frames in and he's burned both re-racks. I understand that this is a critical juncture in the match. Sometimes it's nice to have that one in your back pocket a little later in the matches. But who are we to question the GOAT? Strike for Belmo there in the 7th. He can max out with a 236, and the road to the Indy 500, it runs through Thermal as IndyCar heads to the California desert. The fastest racing on earth is back. I hear Motley Crue in the background. Kickstart My Heart at 3 Eastern, live on Fox. Indy Thermal in California. Now the heart is kicking and ticking and pumping right now in Reno. Tackett up 20 to close out the 7th.
Oh, man. Man, did he give that the business. A little bit more loft on that shot. The lead is now 30. EJ Tackett inching that much closer to another major title.
Back on it. Come on.
'26 tour titles, 6 majors for Tackett. Here he is to open the 8th. Look at that baby slide across the dance floor.
The lead now 40. EJ Tackett just saws this rack. Two frames away from wrapping up potentially his 3rd Player of the Year award. Would give him 2 majors, 4 wins on the year.
Critical shot here for Belmo. So there's a pair for Jason. He's still alive. Down 30 as we enter the 9th.
He's got to have them all.
Tony, can I take a timeout?
So out of re-racks, Jason burns a timeout now.
Belmonte can strike out for 236. Right now, EJ Tackett going at 236 pace. Has to have this one.
Okay then.
How does that strike?
Don't fight it, just accept it. 3 in a row for Belmo.
That went from big 4 to striking. Oh my goodness.
What could have been left to 4.
Hang it. Little wrenchy.
Little wrenchy, grabbed it.
Turn up.
With a spare here, he'll need a double in the 10th to shut out Belmonte. What a huge break.
We go to the 10th, 19 pins separating 2 of the best on the planet.
Couldn't ask for more. Coming down to the 10th frame. Needs 2 and 2.
Tackett burns a re-rack. Belmo out.
Got this. 2 good ones. Oh.
Tackett can close this one out. One more for the win.
Remember back in 2023, this event, the epic showdown came down to the 10th frame. Tackett needing to do the exact same thing. 2 in the 10th to win.
One more good. Come on. One more. One more shot.
beatbox, the original party punch, your frame of the game, and the shot of the game right there. The frame of the game presented by Beatbox, the ultimate party in the box. Beatbox, what's your flavor? Please enjoy responsibly and enjoy this title, EJ Tackett. There's a new king in the game. His name?
Thank you.
EJ Tackett. Belmo closing out. This is a tough, jagged little pill for Belmo to swallow.
Holy shit.
Apologize as always for the language, but we understand it.
For years, we've watched Belmonte do the same thing.
Correct.
Now it's EJ Tackett.
And that's exactly what Belmo's thinking. And that's what he's been thinking and saying out loud this week. Belmo will stay stuck on 15 major titles. His goal is 20, and then calling it a day.
What a World Series of bowling for EJ Tackett. Just
back-to-back wins here now.
Amazing.
2 straight titles. Give EJ Tackett your player of the year right now.
Congratulations again. Thank you so much, Jay. You're unbelievable, buddy.
I don't know how that is going to change. Another title and another major for EJ Tackett.
Incredible.
Soak it in.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Soak it in.
Thank you.
His 4th PBA World Championship, breaking the tie he had with WRWJ, Norm Duke, and Belmo. Only Earl Anthony has more with 6. The moment of the match brought to you by Pilgrims. Chicken can be boring, but Pilgrims is turning chicken nuggets upside down. I love it, you love it. Put it in a nugget. EJ Tackett with his 7th major.
All right, let's get to the trophy presentation. PBA Commissioner Tom Clark.
Thank you, Kimberly. We are all witnesses to a truly legendary performance throughout this World Series by this man, EJ Tackett. And here is your next Earl Anthony trophy. Congratulations.
Chad Peters with the National Bowler Stadium with the $100,000 check. EJ, go ahead and take that check.
Awesome.
Feels good to hold that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does.
All right, EJ, oh my goodness. This is the 3rd consecutive win at this event, your 7th major. Describe this moment right here, right now.
Kimberly, I have absolutely no words. What a match. Jason is, he's not old by any means, but he's still unbelievable. And he showed it again this week, how great he is. And this match was awesome. It was 2 of the best shots I've ever thrown in my life at the end there, so.
Well, let's talk about good shots because, my goodness, the week that you have had, it's going to go down in history as one of the best in this sport. You made all 5 shows. You walked away with 2 titles. One of them is a major. You know, just talk to us about the week that you've had and just how awe-inspiring it's been.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been tiring. I'm ready to go to sleep. Got a long trip back to Detroit now, but you know, I got to thank Brett. Brett's been unbelievable this week. When we started into match play and the animal patterns, I'm like, hey, what balls did I throw and how was I throwing it? And he says he's got a steel trap for a mind, so I've relied on him a lot to do that. Emotive is such a great family, and how about that evoke hysteria, huh?
How about that? And how about your 7th major win? Congratulations, EJ.
Maddie, Trip, I can't wait to see you guys.
Shout out to his wife and son.
I don't even know what to say.
27 all-time tour titles, breaking the tie he had with the legendary Don Johnson.
Unbelievable.
Now he's going to keep moving up that list, folks.
Yeah, just an incredible talent. He's only 32 years of age, Rob.
Man, that's a cool feeling, isn't it?
He's now a three-time PBA defending world champ, and get ready to be calling him the three-time defending player of the year.
3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Soak it in. This is a big moment for EJ Tackett. We've had 2 majors this season, and that man has won them both. And the tour continues next weekend. It's the 3rd major of the year. Will we see EJ Tackett again at the USBC Masters? Live coverage begins Saturday on FS1, noon Eastern, with the contenders round. Wraps up Sunday on Fox, the Stepladder Championship final beginning at noon Eastern. All coming your way from beautiful Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park, Michigan. For Randy Peterson, Kimberly Bresser, our entire amazing PBA crew, I'm Rob Stone. You've been watching the PBA on Fox, and you have watched EJ Tackett win another title and another major. It's now 27 total wins and 7 majors for the best bowler on the planet, EJ Tackett.